Hey guys, and welcome back to Divine Phoenix. I'm Destiny, and today's video is the full moon ritual in Cancer. I'm not too sure how much you guys like these videos, but if you want me to keep going, then get this video to 5 or 10 likes. I would appreciate it for 10 likes. It helps other people see my videos, and probably like anybody out there, I'm a struggling YouTube artist. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the full moon in Cancer is about self-love, celebrate what you love about yourself, and what makes you happy. I think that this is a really important sign because people who have the Cancer sign, most likely people whose moon sign, because moon sign is emotions, mostly people who have the moon sign of Cancer are very emotional, and they cry a lot, and they just, they ache emotionally, and it could be because of trauma. Most people I've met who have the moon sign of Cancer have had a lot of trauma, and they're emotional. But not just that, even if they didn't have trauma, they would still have a soft heart. They would be open, they would be, sensitive, like just emotional. And so I really feel like this is a great one because Cancers are supposed to love themselves. Like, they do love themselves and they're confident. The ones I've met anyway, everybody is different despite their signs. But the ones that I have met, they're confident, but at the same time, they're also emotional about how they look. And if someone's going to comment on their weight negatively, they're going to take that pretty hard. I mean, I think anybody would. But still, it's all about emotion. So I really feel like this sign is really great for self-love, especially on a full moon. It's finally a day to focus on you no matter what you're going through. Normally what I do on a full moon, like any moon, whatever the sign is, normally what I would do is I would take my tarot cards. This is the Monday's Tarot, by the way. If you're wondering what tarot deck this is Monday's Tarot, Mystic Monday's Tarot. So I would take my tarot cards and I would sort them out. The cups, the pentacles, swords, and wands, I would sort them out from ace to kings. So lucky me, I have the Ace of Pentacles right here. So, I'd take that, flip it upside down, try and find the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, Four, all the way to the King of Pentacles. I would sort them out and they would be on different piles. They'd be in 4 separate piles for each suit. What I would then do is take the cups, put them on top of the pentacles, face up. Take that, put it on top of the swords, face up, on top of the wands, face up, so they're all, back into the deck. Then what I have left to work with is the major arcana. And with that, I would sort them with the Fool, then the Magician, then the High Priestess, then the Empress, the Emperor, Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot, Strength, Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Death, Hanged Man, the Devil, Temperance, the Star, the Tower, the Sun, the Moon, the World, the Judgment. So some of those are not in order, but that is okay. I'm just giving you an example. You have to, whatever. If you don't know the order that they are supposed to be in, just do what I did and just guess. Stick them in. It doesn't matter. Another thing that you can do if you don't know the order is just line them up face up on the windowsill themselves and then put like crystals on them. It doesn't matter. Whatever you feel. That's what I usually do with my tarot cards. And then I put them, usually I have them in the deck again. They're all sorted out. I'll put them in the center of my plate that I have, and then I'll fill the plate with all of my crystals. I take all of my crystals and put them around it because I feel like everything is gathering energy and projecting energy into one another. They're like changing energies. They're projecting energies to one another, back and forth. So that's normally what I do. Anything else witchy, I would put under the windowsill and let the full moon take over. And then, you know, bring them up before sunrise. Sometimes I sleep in, so I usually bring them up in the middle of the day. Depends. But that's what I do for that. Now we get into the ritual part. So the first part of this ritual that I got from this book, Everyday Magic. It's a really, really great book. It has an introductory to magic, how the person started. It's by Semra Hacksever. Semrahaksever. So she says, welcome to my book. She talks about her story, how she got into witchcraft. I love hearing stories about how people got into witchcraft or Wicca or whatever that they practice. Let me know your story below. I love hearing them. Anyway, so she talks about the history of magic, how to use this book. She talks about moon phase icons, you know, so you can know what the moon phase looks like. And then she goes into getting started, talks about the basic toolkit, mojo bags, build your altar. She talks about the pentagram and what each point means, how to cast a circle, sigils. So basically your starter kit for that. So yeah. Anyways, so what I was into is moonology. That's how I got the full moon in Cancer and whatnot. And this book, after the getting started part, it has like a whole section, for oils. There's rituals, spells, and potions to live your best life and whatnot. They have oils, tonics, perfumes even. Really, really great book. I highly recommend it. It has a lot of things in there for your basic needs. Some of the ingredients are a little crazy, like, where would I get that? But, you know, that's why we have the internet. And if you're watching this video, then you have access to internet. So, moving along, this ritual from Everyday Magic book includes a bath, a tea, and or a tonic. You can use all three or just one of these. The bath has 1 cup of Himalayan salt, 5 drops of lavender essential oil, and 5 drops of orange essential oil. Disclaimer, make sure that your essential oils are diluted and skin safe. If they aren't, then please don't use them, especially if you have allergic reactions to fragrance or if you're allergic to any ingredients that would be in these essential oils. Something else you can do if you don't think that it's safe to use is you can use orange peels as the fragrance and just sprinkle the orange peels in your bath. I know this may sound a little weird, but every witch will do this one point in their life with any fruit or vegetable, and it actually helps your skin. So orange peels in your bath, that's not weird at all. A lot of people do this, and it does help with your skin, and it makes you smell really, really good when you get out. So you can do that. Again, if you're allergic to oranges, don't do it. If you have skin reactions, I don't think oranges have fragrance in them, but I'm pretty sure there's an ingredient that relates to that. I'm not the best person to ask about that, but if you think that you're allergic to oranges, or if you are allergic to oranges, then don't use this. But you can also do the same thing with a sprig of lavender and swirl it in your bath and whatnot. If you're allergic to these things, another substitute for this is to use incense. If you use incense and you're okay with using incense, then go ahead. If not, I don't have any more options for you, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. So, yeah. Actually, yeah, I do have another option for you. You can actually use pictures of oranges and pictures of lavender. I know that sounds a little weird, but you can do that if that's your last resort or your last option. So go ahead and do that. If you have any other ideas, feel free to comment below so other people can check that out. Moving on. So, onto our tea. The tea involves moon water, fresh rosemary sprig, pinch of fennel seeds, 1 tablespoon of loose chamomile tea. Chamomile. You know what I mean. So moon water, if you don't have any moon water, that is okay. You can, one, or A, just use regular water and then just, bless it yourself and be like, I don't have any moon water, but you are still blessed to use as a very special tea. You can bless things yourself. So that's one thing that you can do. Or B, you can do the tea in the morning after you charge up water for the moon. So that's another thing I forgot to mention in earlier's little clip, is that another thing I do with my tarot and my crystals, I put a glass of moon water or a jar that looks like this. This is my last leftover moon water. And you can use that. Moon water can be used for drinking, for baths, for cooking, or just to have on your altar and use in other rituals. So moon water is really, really great. So for moon water, you can do that, or you can put it on the windowsill and wait until morning. As for fresh rosemary sprigs, if you don't have any, you can get rosemary, the seasoning that they have at your local food shop, and you can use that. Fennel seeds, I have no idea where to get fennel seeds. I've never even heard of them until this ritual in here, so obviously the tea is out of the question for me. But fennel seeds is an idea. And chamomile tea, you can literally get it at anywhere, I think. Your local grocery store, your metaphysical store, anywhere that sells tea, you can get that. Moving on. And finally, we have our tonic. I'm hoping I'm saying this right. T-O-N-I-C, tonic. So for the tonic, you would have 1 fresh rosemary sprig, a pinch of fennel seeds, 1 rose quartz crystal, a bottle, and water to drink or add to tea. So you can fill it up with the water, put the 1 fresh rosemary sprig in, a pinch of fennel seeds in it, rose quartz crystal in it, and then you tighten it up and you shake it up. Keep it in the refrigerator so you can drink it just like that, or you can add it to your tea. I recommend you straining it before drinking, because you would, drink the rosemary sprig and the seeds whole and the rose quartz crystal. So strain it out the next morning. Put it under your windowsill after you make it for the full moon. You should have made this on the full moon. Put it under your windowsill for the full moon. And, and then in the morning you can drink it like that, or you can add it to your tea. I recommend adding it to your tea, especially if you're not a big herbal drinker like me. I don't drink a lot of herbal stuff, to be honest. I'm a sweets kind of girl. I am a Taurus, so it's sweets and treats for me. But I do drink my jasmine tea once in a while, though. Jasmine flowers, like actual jasmine flowers. I do drink that in a tea. But yeah, other than that, yeah. So let me know if you try any of these rituals. I know this video is kind of late, but honestly I wasn't prepared to do the video. It's supposed to be a spoil me type thing, but I'm like, you know what, let's be selfless and let's share with the rest of the community. And so I did that. Yay me. If you have any questions or suggestions or any stories of how you started your witchcraft journey or whatever journey you're on, please comment them below. And I also added 2 items to my shop: rune stones and wands, zodiac wands. And if you want to check that out, I will leave a comment below. I'm also a merchant on Wish now for my business, so I will leave the 2 links for that below as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you can't tell, I'm extremely tired and I have to get going. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.